As a security leader, your job goes far beyond firewalls and encryption. You're expected to enforce privacy protections that span across borders. One of the most critical global privacy laws today is China's Personal Information Protection Law, PIPL. It sets a high bar for how you collect, store, use, and transfer personal data, especially if that data belongs to individuals located in China. Whether you're part of a multinational company or managing cloud services, if your system touches Chinese personal data, PIPL applies to you. The Personal Information Protection Law, or PIPL, is China's first comprehensive national-level privacy law, enacted in 2021. It's designed to protect the rights and interests of individuals regarding their personal information. PIPL applies to organizations inside China and foreign companies offering products, services, or tracking behavior of individuals in China. That means you're responsible even if your business isn't physically in China. The law is heavily influenced by the GDPR but has its own strict interpretation, especially around data sovereignty, cross-border transfers, and government access. To comply with China's Personal Information Protection Law, PIPL, you need to understand and apply its core principles across your systems and processes. These principles serve as the foundation for designing privacy-aware architecture, policies, and workflows. You're expected to collect and use personal information only for clear, reasonable, and lawful purposes. That means every data collection effort must have a defined goal, and you cannot justify vague or general use cases. Before any collection happens, you should validate that the purpose aligns with your business objectives and complies with applicable laws. You must obtain clear and informed consent before processing personal data. This consent must be voluntary, purpose-specific, and revocable at any time. If you're dealing with sensitive personal information, such as biometric data or financial records, you're required to obtain separate, additional consent. It's your responsibility to make consent easy to understand, easy to give, and just as easy to withdraw. Only collect the personal information you truly need. If it's not necessary for your defined purpose, don't collect it. You should regularly review your data intake and eliminate excessive, irrelevant, or bundled requests. This not only reduces your compliance risk, but also limits your exposure in case of a breach. You have a duty to tell individuals how their data will be used, and to support their rights to access, correct, delete, or export that data. You need to provide user-friendly interfaces and clearly explain the process to exercise these rights. Your systems must be designed to honor those requests securely and within the required timelines. You are ultimately responsible for how personal data is handled across your organization. That includes building internal policies, assigning responsible staff, documenting decisions, and maintaining technical safeguards. You also need to be ready to report any data breaches quickly and completely. Accountability under PIPL means showing that you took privacy seriously before, during, and after a data incident. As a security leader, your role is to turn these principles into real-world safeguards. PIPL isn't just a checklist. It's a framework for earning trust, building responsible systems, and managing risk in one of the most tightly regulated data environments in the world. When you embed these pillars into your day-to-day practices, you're not just staying compliant, you're setting a standard of excellence in global privacy leadership. Your responsibility as a security leader isn't just to understand regulations like the Personal Information Protection Law, it's to turn them into operational, measurable action. You're expected to build controls, frameworks, and a culture that respects privacy at every step. That means embedding PIPL's expectations into the very fabric of your security program, from policies and architecture to training and response. Begin by identifying whether your systems collect or process personal information from individuals in China. You need to distinguish between regular and sensitive personal information and classify it appropriately. Once that's done, apply role-based access controls to ensure only authorized users can view or handle sensitive data. This foundational work is essential. It allows every other privacy control to function properly. You must develop systems that allow users to give, track, and revoke consent easily. Consent must be granular and purpose-specific, so your systems need to log what consent was given, when it was granted, and for which processing activities. When consent is withdrawn, your platform should stop processing immediately. Building this capability isn't just a legal checkbox. It's proof of ethical data handling. If any personal data crosses China's borders, you must ensure it's done lawfully. That means having one of the approved mechanisms in place, such as a security assessment, certification, or standardized contract. Every transfer should be logged, monitored, and encrypted in transit. You are responsible for knowing where the data flows, who handles it, and how it's secured throughout its journey. Before launching any new product, system, or service that involves Chinese personal data, you need to perform a privacy impact assessment. Document what data is collected, who accesses it, where it's stored, and the risks it introduces. Then define the controls and safeguards you'll implement. This isn't just for legal compliance, it gives you a proactive roadmap for managing data protection risk. Compliance doesn't live in policies, it lives in people. Your job is to ensure that all employees, not just security or legal, understand what PIPL means and how they play a part in enforcing it. That includes HR managing personal files properly, marketing handling user data ethically, and customer service knowing how to respond to access or deletion requests. Train them regularly, make it practical, make it stick. You must integrate privacy-specific actions into your incident response plan. If a breach affects Chinese data subjects, PIPL requires you to notify both the regulators and the individuals impacted. Your playbook should include response timelines, notification templates, and legal coordination steps tailored to PIPL's requirements. Test these procedures regularly so you're not building them for the first time during a crisis. Aligning with PIPL as a security leader isn't just about meeting obligations. It's about demonstrating leadership in privacy and data ethics. By translating policy into action, you don't just reduce risk, you build trust. Every control you implement, every training you deliver, and every incident you prepare for reflects your commitment to doing privacy right. And in today's global digital economy, that's what sets great security leaders apart. So, what's your leadership takeaway? PIPL isn't just a Chinese regulation. It's part of a global trend demanding greater transparency, respect, and responsibility in handling personal data. As a security leader, you're in the perfect position to bridge technical controls with legal requirements. When you embed PIPL's principles into your governance and security architecture, you not only avoid legal consequences, you also build trust, protect user rights, and lead your organization toward a higher standard of ethical data handling.